And we're ready. Go.
All right, welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast, the Facebook Live version of this. I was gone for a few days, and so typically when I've been gone, Betty will say, hey, will you take some pictures and then walk us through a family slideshow? Because everyone loves everyone else's family photos, right? So we do a slippity slideshow, and I'll tell you some stories about some of the things on the trip. So, Gavin, why don't you go ahead and we'll just jump right in. This is Wally's Disney birthday. That's where I went. I went to Disney because my daughter works down there, and so we stayed down there at the parks and went to one day because she got us in
Am
for
I going
free.
to the first slide?
Yeah, go to the first slide.
Okay.
Okay, so what you're seeing, the circle there, what you're seeing is are you on the right slide there?
Yes, it's a circle around a phone.
A phone, yeah, that's a circle around a phone. I am on a Disney bus, a bus that's a high-tech bus that takes you all around the place, and they have handset phones on the bus.
That's cool, actually.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, how weird is that? And it's got a cord and everything. Like, in this day and age where everyone uses walkie-talkies, wireless this, wireless that, there's a handset phone, and I have no idea why it's there.
You didn't ask him?
No, I was in a hurry.
Did he ever pick it up?
No one ever used it. And I'm like, is it for announcements? But even then, why a handset phone? We're so beyond that.
I feel like there is something a little bit aesthetically pleasing. Like, we use all these different technologies and phones in this studio itself, and we actually do have a handheld phone.
Right.
Sometimes I like picking it up because it reminds me of a day that I personally barely ever existed.
Yeah. It was just a weird thing.
You know, it is interesting because I went to Disney back in April of this year. And I was shocked because there was still that COVID thing going on. They really didn't know.
Yeah.
And so people were wearing masks.
Right.
And they actually had a microphone inside the mask so that when they called your name at Starbucks, you could actually hear it.
Yeah.
And so for them to be that high tech, but then stick to
a phone. Yeah. The only thing that's
really
missing
weird.
on that is a rotary dial, you know? It was just weird. All right, go to the next one. I just thought that was weird. So the next one is...
Oh, nice.
This is my family.
At your little helmets.
I know. Yeah, we got helmets on.
That's so cute.
Yeah, and it's funny because Marty was walking and almost fell. I'm like, good thing you got a helmet. You haven't even gotten on the Segway yet.
Oh, my God.
Before.
And so we did this at Fort Wilderness. It's their campground, and you can get a Segway tour. We typically, whenever we travel, we try to do a Segway tour somewhere because you learn about the place that you're at, and they're just fun. If you've never ridden a Segway, it's completely fun. But we did have like the old guy working at Disney. He used to be in the military, and he's like, I can tell you this. Don't lock your knees. If you lock your knees, you're going to pass out. And you know what happens when you pass out? You pass out standing up. And I don't even know you've passed out. I'm like, are you kidding me with this? Yeah. I'm like, I thought you would fall. He's like, nope, you lean on the thing and you go fast. And pretty soon we're turning left and you're going straight. And I got to come up and grab your arm and shake you. He goes, you know what happens when I shake people? I said, I'm dying to know. He goes... They say, why are you shaking me? And I say, because you passed out. And they say, I didn't pass out. He says, you never know. And I'm like, yeah.
Wait, did he have that Southern drawl? Because I find it hard. Every time you talk
added
about
that.
somebody, you always make
It'd
them
be better.
Southern.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm a little offended.
Yeah, he was from San Diego. So no.
No, he definitely didn't sound southern.
No, but he was a nice guy, and he was just working the thing, and he'd worked there for like 13 years or whatever, kind of retired from the military, and he was really nice, but he was very, very intense.
Those do look
He's like,
tough.
you do not play on these. And my daughter and my wife just look at me like, you heard him. Because they're both rules followers.
Because they know you.
I know, because I'm the one that will like want to run it into something.
And did you?
No, I played by the rules.
Some people are saying these are run you over spray mud on up your back kind of like, what do you call these?
Segways.
Segways?
Because the wheels do look more heavy duty than
they're
just
off-road.
something you. Yeah, that's cool.
I actually have wrecked on a Segway before. Like I wrecked and I ran into a porta potty.
What?
Over in Nashville. I got like they have you on turtle mode, which is boring.
Turtle mode.
Yeah, you're not allowed to go faster than that. And so the one in Nashville, I sped it up because I'm like, I got this down. I can speed this up now. And I got all out of sorts. And like if you push forward, I pushed forward on it, which makes you go faster, but then I wasn't in the right position, so I had my hiney sticking out, hoping to come back, but it just made the end go down faster, and I spun around and went right into a porta potty.
Oh my gosh.
But now I'm a pro, but the guy didn't realize that.
Well, we have somebody asking, how did you get the Segways? You're renting them, right?
Yeah, we rented them. Yeah, it's a tour at Fort Wilderness that you pay for.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, you pay for everything at Disney. So, yeah, surprising. Here, we'll go to the next one. Oh, I have a typo in this one. I was in a hurry trying to do this in an airport.
The last shall be first didn't apply.
Where's the typo?
Here.
I'm missing an E.
Last.
We got
last.
We got these beignets at Port Orleans that Marty loves beignets because her family's from New Orleans, and so these are Mickey shaped. And so they bring us out this big bunch of them, and there's one in the middle that's just perfect. It has all the powdered sugar on it because powdered sugar is the way to go.
Yes,
it's perfect. And so I go, hey. You guys, Haley, you can have this one, for my daughter. And Haley's like, no, you can have it. I said, no. And then before I know it, Marty's got her hand in there, grabs it, and is eating it. I know, right? She's like, it's perfect. I love it. And then the other thing about eating beignets is the powdered sugar. Have you ever choked on powdered sugar?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you know it then.
It's like chalk that just sticks to the back of your throat, and then you can't get it out.
And it's delicious.
Out of nowhere, though, it just hits you.
What a wonderful way to die.
So it was funny because I'm choking, and Haley's choking, but Marty not choking at all, just powering through it, and she got the best one. All right, we'll go to the next slide. This might be my favorite picture of the entire trip. And to look at it, you'd be like, oh, it's a picture of him and his daughter.
But she's wearing Mickey ears.
Ears, that's cute. Got her Mickey shirt, hat.
She looks like she's repping the full-blown thing that she loves the most.
But what makes this picture a memory for us is the backpack in the middle, okay? Before this is on the monorail, getting to go to our day at Disney, a day of fun. And before this, I said, hey, we want to make sure that we're calm this trip and that, we don't get frustrated with each other, that everybody's good and we're patient. And I'm telling them this, which is so ironic. And so I've just had this conversation. We get up, we board the monorail, and sure enough, this dude from England is hitting Haley with the backpack. Doesn't matter where. He is so unaware that he has a backpack on, and he keeps banging into her, and it's just rude. He's just being rude, and I'm getting madder and madder about it. And so finally, I just take my arm and I hook my arm into his backpack and I spin him around.
No,
yes.
No, you did not.
Yes,
you could have said something.
I know, it was more fun this way. And I spin him around just like grabbing a turtle by the shell. And Haley just looks at me, she's like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, nothing. She's like, why would you do that? I'm like, he was unaware. He needed to be made aware of his problem.
Wait, how did he respond?
Yeah.
He just was looking around like, what just happened? I just stood there.
How old was this guy?
Oh, he was probably 30s. And so
okay.
I wasn't a kid. Better. Yeah, he should know better. So I just stood there, and I just stood there staring at him. It was so great.
Did you embarrass Haley?
Oh yeah. She's like, "Why would you do that?" I'm like, "It's funny." And did he hit you again the rest of the time on the monorail? No, but yeah.
And maybe moving forward, he'll be grateful because he'll be like, "Oh, I need to be more aware of
my backpack. Of me backpack on me back." Yes, exactly.
It's like Irish.
Yeah, well, Irish English.
Same thing.
Yeah, but that was just the look on her face was my favorite moment of why would you do this. Then this next one is just us and Disney. I'm wearing a Disney button.
Look at
says,
that.
Happy birthday, Wally.
They made you?
Yes, they made me wear the happy birthday button.
What happens when you wear the happy birthday button?
All day long. People come up to you and say that work at the park. They kind of they don't have to, but they're encouraged to. Happy birthday, Wally! And at first I hated it.
It has your name on it.
Yeah, at first I hated it, and then I was like, "Oh, cool, thanks," because you got to lean into it.
Yeah.
But then random people who don't work there that are just loving Disney will go, "Hey, happy birthday!" I'm like, "Oh, hey, cool, happy birthday, thank you."
Yeah. Have you ever wondered too, what pictures have you made it into the background in? People that you never know.
Yeah.
And it could be other countries too, like someone visiting from India, and there you are in India in a photo that will be in a family photo.
It is fun. We did this as kids at Disney because we used to go, I lived in Florida, so we used to go. As kids, we used to follow a family around, and we just always would be in the back of their photos. And this is back before digital, so you'd get them developed. And so you'd have this whole roll of film with us in the background.
Mean.
It's really funny, actually. I highly recommend that. Because you're not doing anything mean. You're just being funny. You're just constantly in the background of all their pictures.
Now, let me ask you this. If your daughter didn't want you to wear that happy birthday button, would you have worn it the whole time.
Oh, no, I did not want to wear it. I did not want to wear it at all until the next slide. So I go to the next slide. We go and we get lunch. And the girl working the counter is like, happy birthday, Wally. I'm like, oh, thank you very much. And she goes, hang on a second. Do you like chocolate? I'm like, yes, I do.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. And so she busts out a free dessert that, if you know anything about Disney, is probably a $500 value.
Well done.
Well, and it looks to be the size of the palm of your hand.
Yeah. Okay, now Marty's not happy in this picture because I got to get a picture of this, because look at Haley. She's got her fork in her mouth, and Marty, and I'm like, because Marty had just had her fork in her mouth. They were so happy to eat my birthday cake. Like, they could not wait to get their forks into it.
You're treating everyone to this wonderful Disney vacation.
Yes!
This is your one thing.
My one thing. And those two, devoured it.
I feel like your birthday comes at the expense of your wallet. Like, becomes their birthday celebration as well.
We'll go through a little bit of that in a minute, because you told me to keep a running count. I kept a running count.
Oh, no
boy.
way. Wait,
yeah.
time out real quick.
Yeah.
So they're both wearing their, Mickey Mouse ear
Yeah.
headwear.
I didn't wear ears
Do
this
you
time.
ever, though?
I
Have
did.
you ever?
The last trip I did. I wore
Oh.
ears for them.
We have Samantha. She commented with free Disney dessert. That's basically a free mortgage payment.
Yes, it really is. She's not wrong. All right, scroll down. This was a fun one. We were on a ride, and it started raining. On the outdoor ride we were on, it was Aladdin's magic carpet. And so I had to get my jacket out, my rain jacket. I've got it over the top of us, and we were just getting drenched. But it's still like a fun photo that we'll always remember.
Oh, it's really cute,
yeah,
too.
So, yeah, that was
Was
fun.
that the magic carpet that's over you?
Yeah. No, it was I wish it was. Then just a cute one of me and my wife. I was doing what's called disneybound. I don't know if you know anything about that, where you dress up is an homage to a Disney character. So if you look at that, I have red pants, a black shirt. I am homaging to Mickey, because I have and yellow and white and yellow shoes on. So,
and I'm taking it that Marty is Minnie.
Right, yeah, but she had changed her black shirt because she thought, that's a little too matchy, and I thought, that is a really good idea.
And you're still wearing the button.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, too, would you do this if your wife didn't want you to?
No, absolutely not. None of this. I would not even be there. I would be somewhere mountain biking or windsurfing or something. I would be
somewhere cheaper, you know?
I would be doing anything but this. And then just selfies. We always take selfie, but I kept cutting Marty out, so that's what makes that funny.
Oh, to thine own selfie be true.
She kept trying to get in the selfie with me and Haley. Okay. 99999. This is on the Buzz Lightyear ride. This is the best score you can get on this. It's a ride where you ride through and you shoot lasers at things.
Yes, I've played it.
Okay, you have.
Yeah.
What was your score? Do you even remember?
Not that.
Like 40,000 or
Not
something?
that.
Yeah, that's 999,999. That's the highest points you can get on that
How did
ride.
you manage to do that? Because I know a lot of people go through that and they. Okay, let me tell you my story. So I went with Knick Knack, and my roommate, best friend.
Yeah.
So she is very competitive, and she loved this ride, and she actually read blogs about tips and tricks on how to get the highest score.
I did too.
What is with you people? You take all the fun out of it. That's not the fun. She said the fun is winning.
Yes, the fun is winning.
But it's not. It's about enjoying it with your family and your friends.
The joy was being in the car with my daughter and her screaming, "How are you getting so many points? I can't get it."
So did you watch like the tutorials and
I
all
read about it, and so I knew that in the first room you go into, you shoot his left hand. It's 100,000 points, and you just keep shooting it. And then the second room, there's a volcano. You shoot the volcano ones. Those are 50,000 each. And this is the best part. We got stopped for some reason, and I just sat there and shot at that volcano.
No.
Yeah.
So really, you couldn't have gotten the score had y'all not stopped.
I don't know if I would have gotten that perfect of a score. No.
Now, did you get anything because of this, or is this just a pride
just
point?
bragging rights.
All right.
Yeah, and when your wife has 26,000 and you have 999,999, it's pretty fun. A little bragging rights. So anyway, you can look up if you're going to ride that ride. Look up how to beat it, and it's really fun.
I love what John had to say. He said, "Oh, so you cheated?"
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't cheat. I used the rules to my advantage.
No, you cheated.
Okay, so now this one here, if you go down to the next one, if you'll notice the two things we're holding, and you can scroll to the next one after this, you'll notice those are the ears on Marty's head.
Yes.
They're magnetic. They click on and off. And this lady who makes these ears is amazing. But my wife, the whole day, she kept saying, Why? I can't hear what you guys are saying. Why aren't you, like, you guys are mumbling or you're talking to each other? And so Haley and I, without missing a beat, this I know she's my daughter, we each grabbed one of Marty's ears off and started talking into the ear. I mean, it's like, this is what I love about being a dad of her, is that when she does things comedically and we haven't talked about it and we're both locked in, it is the best. So yeah, that was kind of fun. Then this is just her. It's not childish, it's magical. She loves going and doing the pictures with the mice.
Oh, she's so cute.
It's a weird thing now. They used to have a photographer that would sit there and take the pictures, and then you'd buy them or whatever. Now it's all
They
automated.
get more money from you.
Yeah, I know. Now it's all automated. They don't have a photographer there taking the actual pictures. What they do is the photographer is actually cool. That person will take your phone and take pictures with your phone for you, and the automatic camera is taking the really nice ones, so you have the option of both, which is really unusual. Like especially where they charge you every time you turn around. That was just a really good experience. I thought
I'm kind of surprised that they look for ways to save you money.
Yeah, I am too. All right, next slide. I think we're getting close to the end of the day. So this is at, speaking of saving you money, didn't save me money at all. This was a fireworks and dessert party, which
fun.
They lure you in with the promise of free desserts and all you can eat. And if you've ever been to Disney, you know how expensive food is. My food was actually good this time, but it was expensive. And so my wife bought this for us so that we could go to a private area, eat as much dessert as we want. And the worst part of this is, let me see, I had 2 chocolate-covered strawberries, half of a snickerdoodle, this little tiny chocolate thing, half of a cake pop, a cookie that I decorated, and some strawberry lemonade, and I was full. I couldn't eat another bite.
Oh, that's so disappointing. Was this,
I know.
It was the end of the day?
Sauce.
Yes, end of the day. Yeah, I did not get my $90 worth.
$90?
No.
I'm not lying.
No. What, $5? Tables back there. Nobody's falling for this $90 all you can eat.
Oh, did I mention 90 each?
No!
That's outrageous.
Yes.
You should have eaten everything.
I tried. I got sick.
Oh my gosh. I would have gone to the bathroom, made room for a second round.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I literally got sick. I was like eating and I was like, oh my gosh.
Okay, wait. If you ate that much, then what did your daughter and your wife, did they get their $90?
No, they ate far less than me. It was ridiculous.
Did you guys eat maybe one ticket of $90?
No. We ate maybe $15.
That's how they get you.
And then you go to this private place to watch fireworks that is just right around everyone else.
Did they at least give you a to-go box?
No, that would have been a good idea. Yeah.
They get you with those like all-you-can-eat places where they're like, no to-go boxes.
Right.
I don't know whether to blame you or to blame Disney.
There's a little wall there that next time I would do it over the wall.
Smart.
Blog about how you can be a cheapskate at Disney.
Oh, yeah.
I bet there's somebody out there.
I will say this. I will never do it again. But I did it once, and it was fine, and it was fun. Like, I enjoyed it. And I would also know to not eat lunch. Like, we ate dinner, like, right before. That was stupid.
Samantha,
That's on us.
Samantha said the to-go box would have been another $90.
Yes, exactly. Oh, it was so bad. It was
you got to
so
laugh
bad.
to keep from crying.
I do. I'm actually starting to tear up right now. This is not a cheap
And I love
vacation.
your daughter, Haley, her face. She's happy.
Oh, of course she is.
Fine
She
in
didn't
her world.
spend the money.
No. She actually did help us, though. Like, I kept telling her, I'm like, man, this is finally paying off for us. Like, her employee discount on things. For like dinners, we got discounts. We got merchandise. They had a special thing going like for cast members for like 50% off. So everything, T-shirts, all that stuff. Like, so it was fantastic. Yeah. Like it was a good experience. All right,
finally,
next one.
her education is paying off.
Oh no, her education did not pay off that much. Okay, so then this is just pretty fireworks.
That's awesome.
It was fun.
Over the lit up castle.
Okay, so this is the end of our time here. So you see her face.
Whose face?
Haley's. You see Haley's face there. Messing with the new boyfriend.
Oh.
So new boyfriend comes out and we go and play mini golf, okay? So I am trying to take a picture. And Marty goes, let's do a selfie. And so like the selfie thing I did with Marty, cutting her out, he's on the end where you can't see him. So I take the selfie and I cut new boyfriend out.
And that's Haley's face.
That's Haley's
terrible.
face. But if you'll scroll down, scroll to the next picture.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's him.
Oh,
Yes.
he made his way.
New boyfriend makes the same face and jumps in behind.
Oh,
and I'm
my
like, okay,
goodness.
good for you, sir.
Well done.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel like new boyfriend was on a job interview because you've been talking about him throughout the day today.
Yeah.
And you were like, no, he had some great comedic timing.
He did.
That's for when you're looking for a co-host on your
Yes.
radio show,
Right.
not a boyfriend for
Right.
your daughter.
Nope, because in this family, humor is a big thing, and so like my daughter told me before we met, she goes, "Okay, look, I'm gonna be serious with you. I don't want any of the stereotypical macho dad protecting his daughter stuff. Like he's not like that. He's a nice guy. He doesn't need any of that. And I said, okay, I won't do that. But I said, I do want to see if he's funny and like, can he hang with us? Because you're funny, I'm funny, your mom's
You don't want him to
moderately
be
funny.
like
No, my wife is
You
actually
don't
really
want
funny.
him to be a wet blanket.
Right. I
Yeah.
want him to get that we're kidding around and stuff. And so, and I said, look, odds are I'm probably going to turn on you because I want to see what he does. Like,
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, the day that my wife's dad, while we were dating, starts throwing like jokes at me, that's like the day that you've
Exactly.
made it. If they're too quiet or
Yep.
don't really mess with you at all, what are you?
That's what I tell all the people I work with here. Like, if I don't mess with you, if
Right.
I don't be mean to you, then it means I don't like you.
You're just like
Right.
really mean to me sometimes.
yeah, you're a little over the top with Gavin.
Well, then you're welcome.
She must love you.
Wow.
So that was the thing, man. Like I'd never met this kid, and it was funny. The day before, I know about him, because we've talked about him, but I'd never met him. So the day before, I know he's an electrical engineer. He graduated from a school in Texas, and so the day before we meet this other dad and daughter, and he's like, "Oh yeah, she was here. She's an electrical engineer." I said, "Oh, my daughter's boyfriend is an electrical engineer too." And I'm telling him all this stuff about him. I've never met the kid at that point.
You're like
I'm
already proud of your daughter's choice.
And so I will say this: when I met the kid, like I was impressed. He's a nice kid, and he's a good fit for her. And I love the fact too that when I started messing with her, he knew the right thing comedically to do wasn't to defend her, but to jump on my side. And I'm like, good, nice. He understands how to read the room, which is important.
Well, we have some people with comments about new boyfriend. We have Naomi that said that's a pro move on the boyfriend's part.
It was.
And it was. Olivia said, I'll pray for new boyfriend. Well done. We also had someone say, if he's not capable of being on the show, then he's out.
That's right. I mean, that's it. My life is on the show. So is yours. If you're surrounding me, if you're one of the planets that surrounds me.
Okay, did you just hear yourself?
Yeah.
You act like the world revolves around you.
No. I said the planets. If it revolved around me, I'd say one of the moons because they're not as important.
Well, but what are you in this equation? If the planets revolve, what are you?
I'm the sun.
Well, then.
Hello.
I guess I am.
Hello.
It was really good. Like the whole trip was really good. And so. You had asked me. You said before we left. You said, "Hey, do me a favor. Keep a running tally of what you spend on her, like right out of the gate for the first day or whatever." So I'm there. We go get her oil change.
Oh, this is the part I've been waiting for.
Where'd you get the oil
change?
change?
Okay.
Jiffy Lube.
Okay.
And I got hosed down there. Like
no.
normally I do it up
cards?
here. Yeah, that was
Groupon?
way too much money. So $90 for the oil change for her car. That's insane.
That's a high.
Just oil
Just
change?
an oil change. Yeah, just an oil change.
my
They
week.
saw you coming.
And by that time, I'd already had it in there. Yeah, trust me, it was a mistake. Then the next thing, we find out her battery is just totally corroded and needs a new battery.
How convenient.
Yeah,
Did you know that going in or find it out?
They told me, but I didn't trust them. So I went to Pep Boys and I had Hidalgo help me out.
Hidalgo.
And
Shout out Hidalgo.
he understood it. He was a dad. But it turns out Jiffy Lube did not steer me wrong. Like it was dying and it needed to be replaced and it had stuff all over it. So that was $190. So yeah, look at your face. Then we go to Target, make a quick run, help her out, buy some groceries. Hey, that's a nice top. You want that too? I'm in full-on dad mode.
Wow.
$160. So $340 in.
Oh, okay.
In 2 hours.
Yeah.
Gavin, I've been there. I'm going to be there 4 days. I'm $340 in 2 hours.
For what you would consider to be potentially not the most expensive part of Disney
Yeah.
of that trip.
So then new boyfriend cost me a little bit of money.
No.
Yeah.
No, he
I
did
No, I
not.
didn't buy him anything. No.
Did he ask for
No,
you?
no, no.
That would be so
okay.
wrong.
No. He has friends that they go to Universal Studios. They all have passes. And so he bought a pass, a year-long pass, because they're going to go.
Yeah.
And Haley doesn't have a pass, so she wasn't going to get one. Then when he bought one, she's like, now I want to go with him to the thing. New pass, $400.
No.
Okay, so
Oh man, she was like, "Oh, Daddy."
no, she didn't ask. She's like, yeah, it's
She
$400.
doesn't have to.
I
All she's
know.
got to. She knows.
Yeah.
All she's got to do is mention it.
Now I did split it with her. I didn't give her the full $400, but I
wow.
Venmoed her $200.
Pretty high
Yeah,
still.
and I certainly brought this up to Spencer that he owes me for $200.
You did. You,
Yeah, I'm
you
like-
should Venmo it.
I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, you're costing me a lot of money,
Funny.
sir.
If you actually Venmoed you that money, would you accept it?
Absolutely. No, I wouldn't. And then we were in the park. We were in downtown Disney, and we had all had these rings. This ring right here, like it's just a little ring thing. We all had these rings with like our family initials on them. Okay, and so we all lost them at different times. So I lost mine, and Haley and Marty all lost theirs. And so we went and found the lady that makes them, and we had them remade. So we all three got them, and so that was nice.
Cute.
But mine was 60.
Oh, because
Haley's
you had
was
to buy.
40,
had
and
to buy-
Marty's was
oh, okay.
40. So there's 140.
You had the most
right
expensive
there.
one.
Yeah. And then let's leave it at that. I don't even
No,
want
no, keep going. Please
No.
keep going. No,
If
no,
you
no. That's
did
what
the
I waited
work
for.
and
Come
wrote it
on.
down.
That's what I waited for. Come on. No.
We went to the outlet mall on the way out of town. Like there was other just Disney stuff too throughout the trip. But then we went to the outlet mall on the way out of town.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And so we go out of town. We were going to a specific Disney store there
Of course.
for Marty to get something.
Yeah. Of
And so then Haley's like, oh, and there happens to be Aeropostale here or wherever it was.
Oh,
Oh, no,
let's just
American
happen
Eagle.
To, let's just happen to
Yeah.
walk in.
So we
Not
go
like
into
a
American
super
Eagle.
cheap store.
Yeah. So we go to American Eagle, and she gets a few things and comes out
few
with like 4
things?
things. Yeah.
4 things.
And then Marty got something.
Oh.
And so then I paid for it.
Okay.
Yes.
What did that come to?
Her part was 75.
Marty?
No,
Haley?
Haley's.
Okay.
Haley's.
What is Marty's?
Not too bad.
Marty's only 25. So there, I'm another 75 in at this point. But then we went to the Kate Spade store. And so
We're still going.
oh yeah, that was not good. And so Marty had seen a purse that she had liked on this cruise, and it was a full price for the thing, and she didn't get it. She's like, I don't want to pay that much. I said, absolutely, I get that. So we go to the outlet store, and it's on sale for half price. And so she doesn't want. She's like, no, I love it, but no. I'm like, oh, I love it, but no. Okay,
They know how to play you.
Absolutely they
I
do.
mean, man.
absolutely.
They got
So-
you dialed in.
So I picked the purse up for Marty, and then Haley walks over to this other purse, and it was like this kind of like weird 70s throwback, but really cool looking purse for her. She's like, oh, isn't she lovely?
She
Isn't she lovely?
And then I felt really bad about just buying Marty something, so I bought Haley one too.
vacation dad.
Yeah.
You felt
Yeah.
bad
Yeah,
because you had just spent $75 on her.
Right.
So she needed more, of course.
right, exactly. So then I bought her a purse and Marty a purse on the way out of town.
So what are we up to now?
For Haley alone, $885. No, look at your face.
That's rent. For
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. I
That's
fully
my rent.
understand that, and it just kept spiraling on me. There was always something. Every time I turned around, there was always
Now,
something.
with Haley, this is never a circumstance of she being like this kid that's spoiled by you.
and she doesn't ask.
And she works hard and she does this. Well, she's out on her own right
Yeah.
now.
I like to spoil her when
this
I come
is
to town.
you and loving her the way that you do.
Yeah. Now I did do one thing that was funny. At Target, I said, okay, I'm paying for stuff that's in half the cart, whether it's the bottom half or the top half. I'm not telling you which it is. You have to pick which half you want to put things in and figure it out. And I'm not going to tell you till it's time. And so as she's trying to decide if I buy something expensive, which should I put it in the top where the kids sit or in the bottom where there's more room? And she couldn't figure it out, so she started splitting stuff
You
up.
gotta do that.
And having, so that's a fun thing I
Did
do.
she pick the right basket?
No, she did not. So she had to pay a little something too.
You know what's so funny is this is what I love about Haley. She's an only child. We have that
Like
in
you,
common.
yeah.
And I'm an only child. But when my dad wants to treat me, he'll usually call me up and say, hey, we're going to the catfish house.
I know.
And it's on me.
Yeah.
That's what I get.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it? Doesn't he have the line like your money's no good here?
sailor?
Yeah, that's what he always says.
So-
He says, your money's no good here, sailor.
And it's the catfish.
And then I get a sweet tea. I treat myself to a sweet tea.
Okay, let me just say this. I hadn't seen my daughter in 8 months, and so I felt the need to buy her love.
I'm sorry I haven't been down here.
Yeah, no, I was just like, I was just in a good mood. I'm like, okay, I don't care. Like, I've saved for this, it's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm supposed to go back in September, and I'm not taking Vacation Dad with me. Vacation Dad is not coming.
You say that.
No.
How are you going to specify that?
Because I'm not doing this again. I'm like, look, we've spent money on fun things. Like, we're not doing that again. Like treats and stuff
This
like
will
that.
be
I
we're
won't
here.
believe it till I see it.
No, and
I don't believe it.
And just once I want a vacation that I want to do next. That's the other thing.
Now,
too.
are any of those planned yet?
No, not till the end of the year.
You know what? You must dread your birthday coming up because it costs you so much money to celebrate.
Yeah, and I got nothing. Like, I go like that, and I got nothing this time.
Wow.
Yeah,
you know what? Vacation Dad is the best.
Vacation Dad is the best for everyone else. Yeah.
And I bet when you go over there next time in September or whatever, she's going to be like, but Daddy, my car.
I
it's
know.
just acting funny. I
So
think I need a new
tired.
one.
Okay, well, this is, yeah.
I'm
it's funny.
scared for my safety, Daddy.
It's funny you say that. I was driving her around in her little tiny car, and there was so much rain. It was crazy. I'd forgotten what it's like to live in Florida, and I was like, there's a moment of weakness where I'm like, she could use like more of an SUV to be up a little higher. And I'm like, nope, don't. You're not
don't
buying
get
her a
that
car.
down.
Right, exactly.
Because if you plant that seed,
I
if
know.
you said that out loud to her, then she'd be like, you have a great point,
yeah, I
Daddy.
know. And I'm
You
like,
know,
no.
I do struggle with the rain sometimes.
No, I'm like, I drove in a Volkswagen Rabbit in Florida my whole life. You'll be fine.
Olivia said Wally's B-Day is the most expensive day of the year.
Oh, absolutely, and not
It's
for
the
me.
most
Like,
wonderful time.
we kept kidding with my wife. My
Of the
wife would be
year.
like, well, no, I really don't want that. Because she's really good about that. Like, I wanted to spoil her, too. But it's like, she's like, no, I really don't want that. It's fine. And I'm like, it is my birthday, so, you can have it, But anyway.
Oh, gosh. We had Scott who said, Wally, no frivolous spending while we're here. Daughter, puppy dog eyes. Wally, whatever you want, baby.
I know, that's it. I mean, yeah, and she's like a good kid, so she's not entitled, and so like it's easy to get that.
Do you ever have those moments like when this kind of stuff happens where you're like, if I had a son,
Yeah.
like a son would never, you can't use puppy dog eyes
No.
as a son.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
in the back of my head,
That kid would have to earn everything.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
hoping I have boys.
Hey, Dad, oh, absolutely. Hey, Dad, I just found out I'm diabetic. I need insulin. Okay. Figure it out,
Put some dirt on it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the difference between raising boys and raising girls.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because you feel responsible for their safety.
Right, because I want the
Yeah.
car to be good for
Right.
her.
I remember when I first started driving, my dad, he was driving this really nice truck. And so instead, he gave me his truck to drive. And then he took this car that was like a 1967 Ford Falcon. And you literally, the passenger door was tied to the roof so that it wouldn't fall
Nice.
off.
I get
and
that.
the hubcaps would fall off if you went around a curb too
see.
fast.
Yeah.
It would also stall out at a red light. So I do know the sacrifices that dads have to make sure their daughters are
Absolutely.
safe.
When she was in high school, she had to go to school early, and I have to work even earlier, but we didn't have parking space in the garage for all of us. And so, and Marty wasn't moving. I
Smart.
parked outside and would have to scrape my car in the winter because I didn't want her to have to do that. And driving in icy conditions and stuff like that, I wanted her to be able to see. So that's what dads do for their daughters, for sure. So anyway, we love them. They're cute. All right. So.
Well, that was fun. I always enjoy this.
Yeah.
But I want to point out, I don't feel like you gave the specified number for both Marty and Haley.
I didn't calculate Marty, and because I just don't want to.
Does it make you sick to your stomach?
A little, yeah. Yeah.
That's always my favorite part.
I know it is. Oh, goodness.
Oh, gosh. Well, that was fun, guys.
Yeah, well, there you go. I guess we could.
We're around 40 minutes.
For the love!
We should probably wrap up.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, we have a meeting to go to too. I did not realize that. I am so sorry. I bored everybody for 40 minutes with my family pictures.
I had a great time. This is pretty fun.
Okay, well, yeah, let's wrap this up, and that's going to do it for our Facebook Live.
Bye, guys.
There you go. Thank you.